Hey guys, so in this video we are going to be talking about adding and subtracting rational expressions. I know we're kind of doing this a little bit out of order. We probably should have done this before equations, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to write just two rational expressions. Okay, so the idea behind adding and subtracting rational expressions is very similar to adding and subtracting fractions, okay? You need like terms. Sorry, let me rephrase. You need common denominators. In this case, we have common denominators. They both have 10x cubed. So I can go ahead and just add my numerators subtract my numerators together, and then I leave my denominator as 10x cubed. I do not change my denominator, okay? So, but notice we're subtracting, so be careful. I want to subtract. I'm actually going to go ahead and change the sign. I'm going to add a -4 and a positive 6y because you're subtracting a -6, so you want to incorporate that negative to the 4 and the 6, okay? So I have x plus -4x, which is going to give me -3x, and then 3y plus 6y, which is going to give me 9y. From there, if you could simplify, you could. In this case, I can't simplify anything, and so, I mean, you could take out you could take out the -3 if you wanted. X minus 3y over 10x cubed, but you don't necessarily have to. So this is your answer right there. Okay, let's try one where they're not the same. Let's do 4x over 2x squared y minus 3x over 3x cubed. So when they're not the same, just like fractions, so let's pause. Let's if I have 1/4 plus 5/3, okay, and I wanted to add those together, I would need to find common denominator. In this case, it would be 12. How did I get 12? I just multiplied 4 and 3 together. Okay, and then in order to get 4 to become 12, I would do 3 over 3. In order to get 3 into 12, I do 4 over 4. That's the same mindset that we're going to have with the rational expressions, okay? So I'm just going to take the denominator of the other fraction, and multiply it to the top and the bottom. So I'm going to take 3x cubed on this side, and on this side I'm going to do 2x squared y over 2x squared y. Now yes, you could, there's already an x squared in one side, there's already an x cubed on the other side, so you could simplify this. I'm just trying to do this works for everything, okay? If you multiply the other denominator to the other fraction, top and bottom, and vice versa, you will get common denominators. And then you can go ahead and simplify. So I multiply across like this, and I'm going to get 12x to the 4th over 6x cubed y. And I'm not going to simplify because the idea is I need common denominators. So if I simplify, I'm just going backwards, okay? Minus 6x cubed y, there we go, over 6x cubed y. So you see we have common denominators now, okay? So I can go ahead and add subtract my numerator together. So it's going to be 12. Now these aren't like terms, so I'm just going to write 12x to the 4th minus 6x cubed y over 6x to the 6th y. From there, I can definitely see that we have some common denominators that we can, some like terms that we can cancel out. In the one up here, this yellow one, there was nothing that was in common. There weren't any like terms, so I couldn't cancel anything out. So I left it as the first one because nothing canceled. But down here, things are going to cancel. So I'm going to take out my greatest common factor, my numerator. I'm going to take out a 6x cubed, and I'm left with 2x minus y, okay? And then I have 6x cubed y in the denominator, and the 6's are going to cancel. And then the x cubed over the x6 will cancel, but you're left with an x squared. That's an x, sorry. So 2x minus y over x squared y. And that is your final answer. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do one where we have some binomials now. So 6 over a minus 6 plus 2a over a minus 5. So just like the example before, I'm just going to take the other denominator and multiply it to the top and the bottom. And same thing over here. And I'm going to get 6. I'm actually going to bring this on the inside. 6a minus 30 over a minus 5, a minus 6. Plus, I'm going to bring this on the inside. 2a squared minus 12a over a minus 5, a minus 6. Okay, now that we have the same denominator, I can just add my numerator together. So I'm going to write it in standard form. So 2a squared comes first. These are like terms, so it's going to be minus 6a minus 30 all over a minus 5, a minus 6. So what I would do from there is I would see if I could factor this to see if I could cancel with my numerator. So I'm going to take out the 2, and I get a squared minus 3a minus 10. No, 15. Right? Take out our 2, you get, 15. And then factors of negative 15 that add up to negative 3. There aren't any. So I can't factor this, so you could just leave your answer as this. And you don't necessarily have to write the numerator in standard form. I don't think the worksheet that I gave you, I don't think it does. The answer key does, but ideally it would be nice if you could. Okay, let's do one more. I want to do another, let's do another binomial one. Okay, let's do 5 over 2n minus n minus 3 over 2n squared minus 12n plus 18. Okay, so because we have a trinomial on the denominator, we want to factor this. So I'm going to take out the 2, n squared minus 6n plus 9, and then it's going to be n minus 3, n minus 3. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do 5 over 2n minus n minus 3 over 2 minus 3, n minus 3. Okay, so from here, because we haven't changed our denominators around, we can actually simplify to make our lives a little bit easier. I can cancel those n minus 3s out. And that's why I like to factor everything first, so I can try to cancel expressions out. So it's going to be 2 times n minus 3 on the denominator. Okay, so I'm going to take my entire denominator on the right side and multiply it to my left side and vice versa. Okay, so then I'm going to take this 2 and this 5 and just put those together. Don't also bring the 5 into the binomial. And then I'm just going to bring those two together, so 4n, n minus 3. And then I'm going to bring this here and bring this here. So this is 2n over 4n, n minus 3. Okay, so because I only multiplied like the 2n and the 2 together, because I haven't brought this 2 inside yet, I don't also want to multiply 2n to the binomial because then you're multiplying 2n twice. So if you had brought the 2n first, then you would multiply the 2n by everything. But since I have that coefficient on the outside, I just bring it to that 2, and then when I bring it on the inside, I'm technically applying the 2n, if that makes sense. Sorry, that was really wordy. Okay, so now we have the same denominators. We can add or subtract numerators. I need to combine like terms first. So this is my numerator work. Okay, so we're going to get 8n minus 30. That's my numerator. My denominator stays the same. then I can see, oh, I think I can factor out some like terms. The numerator, I can pull out a 2. That's 4n minus 15. My 2 and the 4 will cancel. So I'm left with 4n minus 15 over 2n times n minus 3. And that's your answer. Over, oh,